Hello, hi, welcome to the new video. Here in this particular video, we are going to discuss about what is virtual machine and what is Docker and what makes the difference in between this. Okay, so without further ado, let's enter into the video and have a discussion around it. First thing, what is virtual machine? And one more thing, I am also covering like when to choose what. Okay, what makes the difference and when to choose what. Okay, the understanding of fundamental things is very much important whenever you are deeping dive into the core concepts. Okay, so here you need to drive some common sense when understanding the fundamentals. That's where you learn new things and you correlate the things, and then whenever you are deeping dive into the core components, at that time your fundamentals will very much helpful at that case. Okay, so yeah, first of all, what is virtual machine? Basically, a virtual machine, or also we called as VM. Okay, VM. Basically, virtual machine is just like a computer running inside your computer. Okay, so each virtual machine has its own operating system and is managed by an hypervisor. You can run different operating systems on the same hardware like Windows, Linux, uh, side by side. Okay, so virtual machines are fully isolated from each other. Basically, this is the concept of virtual machine. If you see the definition, also you can see same thing. A virtual machine is like having a multiple complete computers running inside a physical computer. Each virtual machine includes everything. That means it have its own operating system, it's have application, it's have allocated resources. Okay, so this is the structure of the virtual machine. If you see, so physical hardware, that means whatever the computer or laptop you have. Okay, so on top of that, we need to have a hypervisor. Okay, which is basically it will helps to manage the virtual machines, and on top of that, guest OS will be installed. Basically, guest OS is the target virtual machine operating system. Let's say if it is Windows, Linux, or whatever you need. Okay, that is the operating system you are going to install on that. On top of that, application and data, everything will be running. Okay, so this is the architecture, like a flow, how it will be. Okay, and a small example in real case, like non-technical example, which will very much helpful to correlate and understand easily. Let's say if you wanted to travel, whenever you need to travel, uh, you are going to pack your things in a suitcase. Okay, so in virtual machine what you are doing was you are packing entire bedroom things. Okay, like whatever you have, whatever you are currently using in your home, let's say. Okay, like bed, mattresses, and lamp, fan, and almara, like whatever you have. Okay, mattress, everything you are packing in a suitcase. That is called a virtual machine. Okay, so now coming to the Docker. Okay, basically Docker is a concept where Docker uses a containers. Okay, a container is a lightweight package that includes uh, application and its dependencies. So all containers share the host operating system's kernel, making them more efficient and faster to start uh, compared to the virtual machine, start faster. Okay, so containers are portable and easy to move different environment. Let's say if you wanted to move to different environments. Okay, so if you see the definition also, it will speak the same. Docker containers are like lightweight packages that contain just your application. Okay, remember this, only application and its essential dependencies. Okay, and nothing more than that. Okay, so they share the host operating system, uh, making them more efficient, much more efficient. Okay, so here your physical hardware only there. Okay, and your host operating system, and whatever your host operating system, let's say laptop, it is Windows, then Windows will be the operating system, right? So on top of that we are just using a Docker engine. Okay, so and in that Docker engine there will be a containers, so containers is up and running. Okay, so these are the like container one which having application one, container two, application two, container three, application three, like that. Okay, so like whatever the containers we are running on top of Docker engine, it will obviously it will use a host operating system only, right? So operating system will be maintained by your host machine only, and whenever it requires this will be used this particular operating system. Okay, so if you see the example, non-technical example, uh, it's just like a backpack. Okay, earlier case also you are going somewhere, you need to pack the things. Here also you are going somewhere, you need to pack the things. Here what exactly you are doing was, instead of entire bedroom packing, you just pick up what exactly you need. Okay, so just some necessary things and some snacks, that's enough. Okay, so here one more thing, multiple packages, sorry, backpacks can share the same trail operating system. Okay, it is just a kind of backpack. Okay, it is a backpack. Okay, so multiple, like here we have first container, second container, third container, how many containers we have, that will share this operating system only. That's what here point. Okay, now let's see the like what makes the difference in between this. Okay, if you see the difference, there is a like this is a just kind of architectural difference, what making the difference, just keeping side by side whatever we just seen. And here we have a hardware and operating system, on top of that hypervisor, on top of that guest OS, on top of that application. Okay, so let's say if you have a two applications, then two guest OSs is required, that's what here saying. Okay, and main components was five. Okay, one, two, three. Here guest operating system, on top of as a fifth layer application will come into picture. Okay, if you see a container, hardware will be the one, host OS will be the two, and Docker engine, and then container. Okay, so the container will run on this particular thing. Let's say this is the application. Okay, so this is 4 then, and this is 3. Okay, this is the like just a correlation difference. Okay, so here in this particular case, this one will be entirely used by this. Okay, but here in this particular case, this one is using this, and this one is used by this application. Okay, that make the difference. And let's see some more futures comparison regarding both the Docker as well as virtual machines. If you see the startup speed, it is basically going to boot in some minutes. Okay, so if you see the Docker containers, it will be booted in some seconds. And resource usage, it uses some heavy resources and have a fixed resource allocation. And coming to this, it has a lightweight and used based on the demand. And coming to the security, there is a maximum isolation and security will be there. And here in this particular case, process isolation and less secure compared to virtual machine, that is the one. Okay, and coming to the portability, how portable it was, it is very harder to move. Okay, like handling will become difficult. And coming to the Docker container, it will be highly portable. We can move and we can talk each other. Okay, that is the portability is very high. Okay, uh, and coming to the best of all, let's say if we have multiple operating system and that two legacy applications are there, then we can go with this. And in Docker container case, let's say if you have multiple microservices and some quick scaling is required, in that case we can go with the Docker containerization. Okay, that is the like future features about Docker and virtual machine. And coming to the last slide, which is regarding when to use what. Okay, so we can use yeah, sorry, yeah, we can use virtual machines when you need some full isolation. Let's go with the pointers here. Let's say if we are running different operating system, then we can go with this. Multiple different operating systems, we can go with this. And maximum security isolation is required. In this case, it will be virtual machine will be suitable. And let's say if we have legacy applications that need specific operating system, uh, in that case also it is good. And desktop virtualization, entire like system will be virtualized. And let's say if you wanted to testing different operating system environments, in that case, and testing untrusted software safely, it is best for use. Okay, and coming to Docker container, like when to choose Docker. Let's say if you are building cloud native applications and auto scaling is required, in that case it is best suitable. And microservices architecture, that is also best use case. And let's say if you need a fast deployment and scalability is required, as speak in first point, that is also the one case. Let's say we need some development enrollment consistency among the environment. In that case also uh, CI/CD pipelines we are using. In that case also we can go with the Docker. And resource efficiency is important. Let's say resource like maintenance and efficiently need to be maintained. In that case, Docker will be very much helpful. Okay, so yeah, these are the like when to use what. And it is just like this. Quick note about this, like virtual machines is like having a heavy suitcase with everything inside it. And coming to the container, it is like a light backpack with essential things. It is like this, and this is this. Okay, so there are some like advantages of virtual machine, and there are some advantages of Docker also. So virtual machine majorly advantage whenever more security is required and complete isolation is required. And coming to the Docker, it uses I mean it have compared to virtual machine, it has less security and more scalability is there. That is the future. Okay, so yeah, I think that is the one. And yeah, I think these are the points we need to be covered here. Yeah, that's it. You can stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.